Even before this Pauper in Lecco, a lot of people were complaining about the Deadly Dispute because this card was and still is basically in every top archetype of this metagame. And this Pauper confirmed this, even though we didn't need a confirm because we see all the weeks, the challenges and the leagues results. So basically every deck is running Deadly Dispute. I've counted 13 decks in the top 16. So my question is the most played card always the problem in itself? Sometimes it is, for example, Archon's Astrolabe. Sometimes it is not. For example, Lorien revealed 1 year ago. This is the top 16 of Pauper in Lecco of 1 year ago, 2024. And basically every deck is choosing between Glitter, the best payoff of the format, and Lorien revealed. So there are Lorien, Glitter, Lorien, Glitter, 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 Lorien, Glitter, Slivers, Lorien, 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 all Loriens. I think that the 11 in the top 16, which is very similar to 13 in the top 16. So let's check it out together. Let's discuss together if the dispute situation is more similar to the Archon's situation or to the Lorien situation. So first of all, let's ask ourselves why 1 year ago nobody was playing Icor Wellspring plus Deadly Dispute. And I'm saying Icor Wellspring because a lot of people are also complaining about Icor Wellspring. I mean, I respect all opinions, but this take on Icor Wellspring, I really don't understand it. But I mean, I respect all opinions, so why nobody was playing Icor Wellspring plus Deadly Dispute? Because it is not synergistic with the best payoff of the format, all that glitter? No, it is not correct, because it is very synergistic. If you play Icor Wellspring plus Deadly Dispute, this card advantage engine is very synergistic with all that glitter. So if Dispute and Icor Wellspring are broken, why not playing them with the best payoff of the format, all that glitter? I don't understand. And nobody was playing it. I mean, they preferred Azorius, Boros or Jeskai versions. So this is interesting. Also, the control decks are all blue. So you only see in the top 32 one Golgari Garden, and it is the only control deck that runs Deadly Dispute. So in a metagame in which you have to choose between glitter and control, if Dispute is broken, you should play Dispute in glitter and Dispute in control. So you should play Golgari Gardens and you should play Hordes of Glitter. But nobody was playing Hordes of Glitter, and very few people were playing Golgari Gardens. And I mean, probably the only one, if I'm not wrong, in the top 32. So pretty interesting. So I think this data tell me Icor Wellspring plus Deadly Dispute is not broken. It's simply very good. It's simply a good card advantage engine, and I think it is very precious for us Pauper players to have an alternative to blue card advantage, because blue has always been the broken color in Pauper. So having a good alternative that makes us play decks like Altartron, Goblin Combo, Gardens, I mean, it is precious in my opinion for us. But now everyone is playing that card advantage engine. So let's ask why nobody was playing it 1 year ago and now they are all playing it. I mean, the cards are the same. What happened after MH3 in particular? We have to ask ourselves the correct question, and in my opinion the correct question is, how do we win today? Because 1 year ago we were winning with all that glitter or Murmuring Mystic. These were the best payoffs. Of course, every almost every list running Lorien Revealed was also running Murmuring Mystic. Instead, today, in my opinion, we are winning in basically two ways. The refurbished familiar one and the Glee combo other one. So, if you see that the top 16, except for 2 fairies and 1 terror, there are 13 decks which run either refurbished familiar or the combo with broad scale plus Glee. And what's the difference between these payoffs and the payoffs of 1 year ago? 1 year ago we were choosing between an aggro and a control. Instead, today we are choosing between mid-range and combo. And this is an interesting change. I mean, these are 4 different archetypes. But there is a difference. 1 year ago, the aggro engine was pretty different from the control engine. So, playing Lorien Revealed in a glitter deck, I mean, is pretty bad. And playing Murmuring Mystic in a I don't know, Thoughtcast synthesizer deck is pretty bad too. So they were pretty different. Instead, in this metagame, these two decks, these two archetypes, combo and midrange, share the same card advantage engine, which is Deadly Dispute. So this is why you see so many disputes in this particular moment. But in my opinion, card advantage doesn't win the game. Of course, if you have Ancestral Recall, you will do something by drawing 3 cards with only 1 blue mana, but Deadly Dispute is not Ancestral Recall. I mean, a lot of people say this, they are basically the same thing. They're not the same thing. I mean, they're definitely not the same thing. So, it is not a matter of, in my opinion, card advantage. It is a matter of payoffs. So 1 year ago, nobody was playing Dispute because you can draw everything you want. If you don't have anything to cast, if you don't do a powerful turn 4, turn 5, it is useless to draw 11 cards. It is better to draw less cards but powerful ones. Instead, today we have incredible payoffs in the black color. So I think the Pauper has changed a lot, and now the black is the best color because basically you have the best combo deck, which is Glee, and it is black. We have the best response to this combo deck, Snuff Out. You have the best card against every control deck and in every grinding deck, which is Refurbished Familiar, and together with Blood Fountain is disgusting in a mid-range mirror against control decks. Also, it is an aggro card, can be an aggro card, so can turn your strategy into a tempo strategy, especially if, for example, in Affinity when you run Galvanic Blast. So, another broken card. Then you have a very good engine, draw engine, which is Ichor Wellspring plus Deadly Dispute, which is also the best response to Refurbished Familiar, because the best thing against Refurbished Familiar is to ignore that card. So you can play the Chrysalis in order to block it, or you play another Refurbished Familiar, or you can draw a million cards, so discarding a card is not so annoying. But in general, these are all ways to ignore that card, because the best thing you can do is not to interact with it, because if you do a removal on it, this card give the best of itself, because already made a 2-for-1. They can also dispute in the response and they can take it back with the fountain. So, I mean, this is disgusting. So, you have the best combo payoff, the best mid-range payoff, the best response to the combo, and the best response to the mid-range payoff. So, what are we talking about? The question is, why shouldn't I play the black? Because I mean, it has everything. It has basically everything. So you can say when you approach to a deck building, the first card you put Deadly Dispute, but you can also say the first card you are putting when you approach a deck building is basic swamp. I mean, it's the same thing, so it is not, in my opinion, a matter of dispute. It is a matter of black being busted. That's it, in my opinion. What's the problem in this metagame? The problem is that you can't play any blue-based control deck, but you can't neither play any control deck, because this is not a control deck. This is a mix between a mid-range and a control, because you have a few removals to be a control, only 6 plus 3 crypt rats, so it is more a mix. And you can't play, I mean, it is useless to play a control deck, because against Refurbished Familiar is too hard. And you can't neither play the white color because of the presence of Glee, because white doesn't have a good response to that combo. So I don't think banning Deadly Dispute would be enough to bring back these two, the white color and the control archetype, because if I'm playing control, I really don't care if you're making a treasure or a map token. I do care only about your creatures, your powerful threats, and if you're making a lot of powerful threats like Familiar, Blood Fountain, also this new Pack Doll, I mean, I can't manage all these threats, all this recursion from the graveyard, so it is not a matter of the treasure, it is a matter of powerful cards being cast. And same thing for the white color. If I'm playing white, I'm not losing because of that treasure, I'm losing because I've no powerful cards against the Glee combo, so I don't think banning Dispute would give a good balance to the metagame. That would be probably the same metagame as now, with only more clunky decks, but if you're not touching the payoffs, I mean, why should I play the white when I still have the best payoffs in other colors? So I don't think it is a matter of card advantage. Of course, instead, if you ban Deadly Dispute plus Fanatical Offering plus Eviscerator Insight, okay, that's a point. You are accepting the black to be the best color, but you're taking out the card advantage spells. So this could be a compromise. I don't like it very much, but I guess it makes sense. So if you ban Deadly Dispute, then you have also to ban other card advantage spells, and at that point at least it would make sense, because of course black would have a lot of threats, but it would be more difficult to cast them. Another line could be to finally ban Artifact Lands, bring back cards like Sojourner Companion and stuff like that, and give an incredible change to the format. This is also interesting. Another line could be to ban Refurbished Familiar plus banning Basking Broadscales. In this way, you're taking out the main problems, so you can finally bring back the white color, because without Glee, white becomes playable again. And without Refurbished Familiar, then you can again play control decks. So there are a lot of ways to try to make this format enjoyable as it was in the past. And something has to change, because I think most of you agree with me that this metagame is very boring. So these were my quick thoughts about Deadly Dispute in this metagame that I wanted to share with you, and I hope you enjoyed. See you in the next videos.